we're going to talk about how we can use number lines to help us solve some addition and subtraction word problems. So before we talk about how to use number lines to solve these problems, we're going to review what a number line is. And remember, we said that a number line can help you add and subtract, and it's a manipulative, like a counter, which means you can draw on it or you can use your fingers on it. You can manipulate it to help you. Remember, this is what a number line looks like. It shows you a set of numbers. This one shows us numbers 0 through 10, and each line on the number line represents a different number. And then you see the number that line represents underneath each of the lines. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so today we're going to use these number lines to help us solve addition and subtraction problems. So first, here's our first problem. It says Liz has 2 bananas and gets 3 more bananas. How many bananas does Liz have now? So let's take a look at our number line and how we can do this. So when I'm looking at my word problem, I'm underlining where I see numbers. So I said Liz has 2 bananas, then she gets 3 more. And now it wants to know how many does she have now. So how many does she have after she got 3 more bananas? So what I need to know is I need to know how many bananas she started with, how many more bananas she got, because I need to know how many she has now. So this is an addition problem because my number is getting bigger. I know it's going to get bigger because I see this word more. So on my number line, the first number I'm going to find is 2 because that's how many bananas that Liz starts with. So I'm going to circle the number 2. I'm going to say, okay, so she starts with 2 bananas, and then how many bananas does she have? Does she get? It says, and then she says, and gets 3 more bananas. So I know when I'm using my number line, I know that this is going to be 2 plus 3. And I remember from when I learned about number lines that this is the number that we start with, and this is how many hops we're going to do on our number line. So I have 2 down here already. I'm starting with 2, but now I need to do 3 hops. So if I do my hops, I go 1, 2, 3. And then whatever line I end on should tell me what my number is. And I ended on 5. So if Liz started with 2 bananas and she got 3 more bananas, now she has 5 bananas. So let's try another one. There are 4 kids on the playground. Then 5 more kids come. How many kids are on the playground now? So I need to find how many kids were on the playground first. If I look at my first sentence, it says there are 4 kids on the playground. So I know that I'm going to be starting with 4. Starting with the number 4. It says then 5 more kids come. They join them. So I know if it's joining, it's going to be addition. And it's going to be how many are adding? 5 are adding because it says 5 more join. So I know my problem is going to be 4 plus 5 because that's asking me how many kids are on the playground now after the 5 kids join. So we're going to try this sentence on the number line. So 4 plus 5. So I find my first number. Remember, this is where I start on my number line. And then this number tells me how many hops. So there's going to be 5 hops. So starting at 4, we're going to do 5 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll look to see what line I ended on, and that should be my new number of how many kids are on the playground now. So now there are 9 kids on the playground. So this is how we can use our number line to help us with addition word problems. Now we're going to look at some subtraction word problems. So Tina has 10 stuffed animals. She gives her sister 4 stuffed animals. How many stuffed animals does Tina have now? So let's see. She had 10, and then she gives her sister 4. So if she has 10, so I know she starts with 10, because that's how many she had. But then Tina gave away 4, and I know from learning about subtraction problems that when you're giving away, you're getting smaller. You're getting a smaller amount. So it's going to be minus. So 10 minus 4 is how many she gave to her sister. So this is the problem that I'm going to try on my number line. So remember, even with subtraction, this is how we know what number we're going to start with. It's our first number in our sentence. So we're starting with 10, and we're going to make 4 hops. But remember, when you do subtraction, we're going to go this way on our number line. We're going to go down. We're taking away. We're going backwards in hops. So if I start with 10, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4 hops, I end up at 6. So when it says, how many stuffed animals does she have now? She has 6 stuffed animals. 6 stuffed animals. So remember, when we're doing subtraction problems and we're using a number line, we always go in this direction because we're getting smaller. The numbers are going and getting smaller in that direction. So we're going to try one more subtraction problem together using a number line. The 3 bears had 3 bowls of soup. Then Goldilocks ate all 3 bowls of their soup. How many bowls of soup do the bears have now? So maybe you remember the story that we read in class about Goldilocks eating all the bears' soup. So let's see if we can figure out how much soup they have now. So the 3 bears had 3 bowls of soup. Then Goldilocks ate all 3 bowls of their soup. So the bears started with 3 bowls. And if Goldilocks is eating the soup is going away. It's going in her tummy. It's disappearing. So I know that that's minus. So she's taking away the soup, and she took away all 3 bowls. So I know that my problem is going to be 3 minus 3. So I can see how many bowls they have now. And so I'm going to start with 3. I'm going to make 3 hops. And my hops are going to be going in this direction. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I end up at number 0. So they have 0 bowls of soup now because Goldilocks ate all of their soup. So 0 bowls of soup. So it's very important that you remember that subtraction, when we're doing subtraction, when we're doing minus, we're going to go this way on the number line. And when we're doing addition, we're going to go this way on the number line. And you have to pay attention in your stories and your word problems of what number you're starting with and what number is how many hops you're going to do on your number line. So think about that when you're doing your worksheet and you're doing your practice for using your number lines.